Geoff, is there anyone else whose salary stands out to you as some good value?
I mean, look, it's a major championship week. So obviously for DFS, we know what we're getting at this point. It's a deep field. You're just going to get guys down the salary chart where you're like, usually this guy's 10K. What's going on here? To me, the biggest value out there, I mean, look, we could talk about a million. It's Sam Burns at 8,300. This guy is just so cheap. And he's sandwiched between Fitzpatrick and Finau, who, if Burns wasn't in that range, we'd probably be talking about them. But like, unfortunately, Burns is just better than these guys. I mean, he's just better than Finau and Fitzpatrick because he can actually compete. He wins. Yeah, like a T8 with Fitzpatrick and Finau, those are great. But like Sam Burns can get you a win at 8,300. That's how good he's playing. He just beat Scotty Scheffler, like the hottest player in golf a couple weeks ago. So for me, Sam Burns at 8,300. I mean, I talked about liking Cantlay at 9,200, but the fact you can get Burns at $900 less than Cantlay this week, that is just ridiculous. So that's a player you're really going to have to make a stance on this week. That is chalk. I really wouldn't mind eating because I just feel like the upside with Burns is so immense. He, to me, is the biggest value this week on the board.
Yeah, it seems like the next step in his career would be to win a major. Although T59 in strokes gained off the tee, a slight concern there.
Collin, it's the biggest concern with him, absolutely.
Yeah.
If his driver gets wild, he could. I mean, look, we only get the top 16 guys making cuts, so
yep.
It is a small concern. But
okay, so Collin, talk to me here. Whose salary stands out to you as some good value?
Yeah, I agree with both of those picks. I think that's really good. Finau, he just finished second yesterday at the Canadian Open. He's playing his best golf right now. When he puts it together, he's still the raw most talent on tour. Can he get you that win though? I don't know. He's only got 2 wins in his PGA Tour career ever, and he's never won outright. He's had to go through a playoff every time. That's a bit of a challenge, but I think he's certainly playing well enough and his game does set up real well. Good ball striker, but his distance is part of his, where he struggles is on the green. And that's going to be really tough because these are going to be really tough greens to putt. They slope. Everything's back to front to back. And then you see a lot of like multi-level greens as well. Keeping Tony Finau out of 3-jacks is going to be what you're going to want to do this week. And let's go back to Mito Pereira. We haven't talked about him since he choked away a major. $7,800 for a guy who was on 18 and just needed to make par to win. And I can get that for $7,800.
Yeah.
That seems like some real value to me. I think he can play this course really well. He's got a complete game. So I think there's just value in a guy who I don't think ran hot. I think he's just a really good player.
Yeah.
And I think that's value down the board.